And I got somebody I want to drop in on your ass, and that's the Marx Brothers and Mark Duper.
Hey, Super.
What's up, superstar?
What's going on, bro?
Hall of Famer. I don't care what nobody say.
Boy, look at you, boy.
Nothing much.
Boy, you know you the Hall of Famer, boy.
I know. Hey, look, you see this gray? It's fixing to get black as soon as I get back to South Florida.
Okay. Man, you didn't tell me. I just talked to you yesterday, bro. You didn't even tell me that you was going to be on. I just talked to you.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday, day before yesterday, you talked to me.
Day before yesterday,
right.
I talked to you.
You should have been in the Hall of Fame. But, I can't understand.
Man.
It was amazing when I got that phone call this morning. And I said, yes, sir. I said, I definitely want to be on that. Because the thing is that all the great catches that you did for Dan Marino, it was all Dan Marino. What about that great catch you had to do? What about that tackle when you caught that ball and then knocked your head off? They don't give you enough credit, brother.
They don't give you the credit. They want to discard us like it was all Dan. We did our thing. We made him look good.
Yeah.
And he made us look good. So, but you can't take away what we did. Like you say, I didn't know this. He's the only quarterback in the Hall of Fame without somebody that he threw to. He can throw and catch it by himself. If he could do that, then I would say he's the GOAT right there. If he could throw the ball and catch it by himself, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, you're right. Now,
that'll make it a GOAT.
I gotta say,
that will make him a GOAT.
Now,
hey, Mark. Go ahead.
I will quarterback. Oh, now Dan Marino was good, but
we was
damn good too. And Clayton, you was good too, because I remember sometimes I looked at some of the times when you was catching that ball, I say, they must be trying to kill my boy, man, Brian, sending them across that middle like that. Now, today, they don't do that. They can't. You go across the middle, you got a free run.
They want to brag about how fast Tyreek Hill was. I tell people all the time, I played with a guy. I'll put him up against anybody in the league right now. Stride for stride, step for step. Duke was the fastest guy I ever seen in person.
What do you run? What do you run in the 40? What do you run in the 4.2?
He ran about 4.1, 4.2. Check this story out right here. I told him one year in training camp, right? I said, man, you don't run no damn 4.2. They giving you that damn time. You may have ran that 4.2 and at the combine right there. It don't look like you running no damn 4.2. He said, I tell you what, smart ass. He said, I'm going to tell them to give you the stopwatch when we run the 40s, and then I'm going to take whatever time that you got on your watch right there. So they said, no, we ain't going to do that. So I said, okay, I had a stopwatch anyway when he ran, and I was at the finish line. I got him, and I was like about 1/100th of a second off what they had. I had him at like 4.21. He was down there pretty lost. Okay, you run the 4.2, man. All right. I'll give you that. You run the 4.2.
You had to be, Super, you had to be that fast because I saw you get behind Darryl Green.
That's right. That's right.
I saw him get behind Darryl Green, Mark.
I saw this guy right here. They give him a 10-yard cushion. In 3 steps, he'd be blowing by them.
Man, that's crazy.
But I tell you what, Clayton? If it wouldn't be for you, I couldn't have did the things I did on the other side of the ball.
And vice versa.
Because the thing is that when they double your ass, excuse my language, when they double you.
Please cut.
Yeah, please cut. It makes algorithm better.
We got to put our boy Matt Moore in there. I mean, that third receivers helped us a lot. Dan had a lot of options to throw to. And the thing is that he could have thrown to anybody. And the time when he threw to Clayton, he caught the ball. He made touchdowns. He won games. And I believe that that's all you want from a receiver. I ain't never seen us lost a game.
Hey, Coach, and you said about the errors right here. If we played in this era right now today, back then we only was getting like maybe 4, 5, 6 targets a game.
A game.
And
That's
then
it.
we have to catch. We end up leaving the game with 4 catches, 5 catches for the whole game. These guys are getting the ball thrown in them 10, 15 times a game. Can you imagine? I can only imagine what I could do with 10 or 15 targets in a game.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, look at that throwback right there.
Woo. Yeah. Well, look at
Duper with that Larry Blackman high top fade.
I love the high top. That's clean, boy. That's clean.
Cameo high top.
Cameo.
Hey, you guys are the Marx Brothers, man, for a reason. Was that the best trio of all time?
Ooh.
It's hard for me to think if there's any other 3 better.
I mean, if you go look at the stats, go check the stats, go look at the people that played together, and you'll see. What's his name? Marvin Harvard and
Reggie Wayne and Payton.
Pretty close.
There you go.
That's a good trio too.
Yeah.
If I'm throwing out guys,
that was close.
And I'm from Indy, so I'm biased.
So you had that trio. You had yours. you had Randy Moss and Chris Carter and Randall Cunningham. That was a hell of a trio. You had Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, and Torrey Holt.
Ooh,
that was a hell of a trio. There's been some trios. And now they're comparing, Tua, which I can't compare to Dan Marino at all, but you got Tua, Tyreek Hill,
Waddle,
and Jalen Waddle as far as the speed goes. But as far as everything else, the production.
But Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins would be like the today version, like the best comp if we had to pick somebody from today. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's a legit big 3 right there.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what Mark said. Dupe, I appreciate you hopping on real quick as you're driving. I don't want to hold you, but what do you see? What do you think about today's game right now? As far as can't hit the quarterback. Mark Clayton was talking about. You guys used to go over the middle and have to keep your head on a swivel. Nowadays, guys can't even get hit without a 15-yard penalty. Where are you at in today's era when you look at this today's game as far as it's really a 7-on-7 passing league tournament?
Ain't that bad.
Clayton be 1, I'll be number 2. We be tying up the lead, and nothing they can do about it.
2 number 1s. 2 number 1s. We be tying them up.
2 number 1s. Okay, 2 number 1. And they couldn't do nothing about it because the thing is, when we played, there was no such thing as a vulnerable receiver. Man, you went up for that ball. My neck hurt today. Right now, my neck hurt today from going up in the air, catching the ball, and they coming underneath me and not letting me come down. You can't do that no more.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm running across the field and if I don't see you and you blindside me, you can't do that no more. So you don't have to worry about those things anymore. And that's a big difference. The game is much easier now than what it was when we played.
I'm trying to tell you.
Opinion.
Mine as well.